Today, we're going to do episode number 2 of our Sunday dinner series, our Italian Sunday dinner series. So it always starts with that awesome Sunday sauce. So that's what we did in episode number 1. If you need that recipe, go watch that episode. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna pit fried meatballs versus a baked meatball. I'm gonna put them in 2 separate pots in the sauce that we have. And then I'm gonna have my kids try them. So it'll be a blind test. If they both say that one is better than the other, then maybe we'll know. That'll be at the end of the episode. For now, let's take a look at all of the ingredients to make these Sunday Italian meatballs with Sunday gravy or Sunday sauce.
All right, so here are all the ingredients for the meatballs. We have parsley, we have Parmigiano Reggiano, we have garlic. I like all these in my meatballs. Feel free to take one out if you don't like it. Eggs. Eggs are always going to be used as a binder. It's going to hold the meatball together. Breadcrumbs. Pretty much always used in meatballs as well. Those are unseasoned. Milk. You don't need to use this, especially if you're using a fatty beef like I am. This is 80-20 chuck and ground pork. You really don't need the milk here. I'm going to use it anyway. This tray works particularly well for 2 things, for cooking them in the oven and also to drain your meatballs after they fry. This is that delicious Sunday sauce that we made in the last episode, and just showing the bowl, and we're going to start grating some cheese. We're going to mix those meatballs in that bowl. All right, prior to that, we're going to prepare our parsley. Remove the stems. It's just better. It's better for your guests. It's better for everybody. Even though you're cooking these meatballs, it's still better to do. I'm pouring salt over some chopped garlic. I'm gonna make a paste with the back of my knife. You practice this a few times, you'll be a pro at this. If you want to use a garlic press, use it. Okay, there's my paste. I like to do it on that little cutting board because I get it right in the dishwasher. I'm gonna distribute my pork and my 80-20 chuck, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of meat. A little pepper on there too, and I'm going to gently mix this together. I don't want to over mix, so I'm going to be mixing a couple times now. Cracking my eggs. I'm going to beat them before I add it to the meat. It just makes it easier. And get it all in there, get all my cheese in there. You know, I'm using Parmigiano Reggiano. If you want to use pecorino, use that too. It doesn't matter. I put in my breadcrumbs, milk, and my fresh parsley, and clean hands. Let's start mixing. Just don't go overboard. You do want to distribute the ingredients, but if you over mix your meatballs, you're going to get hard meatballs. Okay, so water or oiled hands work particularly well to make your meatballs and not have them stick to your hands. So use either one. Either trick works very well. And there's our nice round meatball. It's the size I did them this time. I do them all different sizes. If I'm doing small meatballs for wedding soup, that's cool too. But these are going to go in our sauce, so I like them big. All right, so in the oven they went, 425, 20 minutes, little broiler, and they're perfect. Now we're going to fry up the other batch. Do a little test, get some bubbles in your oil, 350 Fahrenheit, you're good to go. I'm going to put the meatballs in away from us. We don't want it to splash on us. And I'm showing my hand right here. I'm pushing away. You want to flip them away from you so the oil doesn't splash you. And I'm just trying to get every spot of my meatball nice and browned. I'm frying in complete olive oil, no canola here, but use canola if you want.
So I have 2 things of sauce here. What I'm doing is I'm going to heat both of them up. I'm going to put the fried meatballs in one, and I'm going to put the baked meatballs in the other. They're going to be blind, and we're going to let my kids decide which one is better. Exact same ingredients. Got a whole other pot of sauce right here. Okay, I'm going to heat these both up to the exact same temperature. I'm going to get the meatballs in for a minimum of an hour. Make sure you have enough sauce that will cover the meatball. That's it. So, the trick to getting a real tender meatball is, popular as it is to say that milk is what does it, it's not the case. You need to have 80-20 beef. If you buy 95%, lean, you're not going to make it tender. It's essentially why make a turkey meatball. You have to put so much moisture in it. It all comes down to that beef. Get really, really fatty beef, not lean beef, and you'll have a great meatball. Put milk in if you want. A lot of people will do grated onion too. You can do that as well. Fried ones look a lot better than the baked ones. So the baked ones, they were 425 for 20 minutes, then I broiled them. They still didn't get as crispy as brown, and plus you're not gonna get brown everywhere. But, that doesn't mean they're not gonna be as good. We don't know yet, right? Okay, sauce is hot. I'm going to put the fried meatballs. These ones are going to go in here, but they're not going to know. Nobody's going to know anyway. They are completely submerged. I'm going to keep this on a simmer. I'm going to cook these for about 2 hours. lightly cover it. I'm gonna leave a crack, and that'll allow my sauce to thicken a little bit. It'll keep them braising nice. Here are my oven ones, and they're all gonna go in the other one, and we're gonna just lightly cover that as well. They're gonna cook for the same amount of time. This is episode 2. Episode 3 will be braciole. Hit that subscribe button. Braciole's coming up next. After that is gonna be a baked pasta. Not sure which one yet. They're both gonna be on a simmer, and then we'll be back in 2 hours.
All right, so I'm gonna distribute the plates. This is meatball 1, which is the back row here. And meatball 2 is going to the front row, closest to us. I'm gonna cut it in half, both of them in half. And so they're each gonna have a half of meatball 1, they're each gonna have a half of meatball 2. Same sauce used for both of these. A little bit of cheese.
Sammy James! We're going to do the meatball contest. This is meatball 1 for you, meatball 2. That's meatball 1 for you, James, meatball 2 for you.
What's the prize?
That you're right. Now you don't know which one is baked and which one's fried. This is meatball 1. Wow, well, hold on, James, that's a lot. What do you guys think of that one?
Pretty good.
Now you don't know what the first one is. You liked it, okay?
Yeah.
Now, why don't we do the second one?
This is the kind of meatball I like.
Yeah, me too. This
Okay. I don't know. I don't even know which one is which. You guys both think that one's better?
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So guess what? You know what the one you guys liked better was? Baked. Now listen, the fried one had way more color, had a lot more brownness to it. I thought the fried one looked a lot better.
To be honest, I didn't really like the fried one, but I love the baked one.
I fried it in olive oil. Okay, it's still really good?
No,
All
it's
right.
still really
Because
good.
I'm
It
gonna...
was okay.
I'm going to try these next. All right.
Can we video you?
No. Anyway, thank you guys for our little experiment, but I think they were both really good though, right?
Yeah, they were both really good.
James, nah? It's all right if you don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't really like the first one.
Okay, and
I
Sammy?
thought they were both really good, but like
But,
the baked one is like the one that like I really.
Huh, interesting. And the baked one didn't have as much color. Yeah, I was very surprised that my kids they both chose the baked one as their favorite. Now, that's just 2 people. Maybe if I had 50 people, more people would side with the fried one. The fried one looked better. I was frying it looked great. I fried it straight in olive oil too. I didn't use canola oil. It just really comes down to, I think it's a personal preference thing. If you're gonna stick to the fried and you're gonna like do it out of tradition, that's cool, that's fine. But you are probably giving yourself a lot more work versus, you put them on the tray that I did with the wired rack and you can get 4 full trays in a standard oven. So it's something to think about. Like, share, hit that subscribe button, it really helps me out. Hit that notification bell, you'll find out the next recipe that I'm putting up. And we're gonna continue on with this series. It's gonna go 3 more, maybe 4 more episodes. And we're gonna do another series next. It might be a sandwich series, it might be sausage from scratch series, it might be fresh pastas. There might be a lot of things, but a lot of that will depend on the comments I get. So yeah, leave me a comment, let me know that next recipe you want me to make, and I will be sure to put it on the list. Until next time, see ya.